to Drunk on Wanderlust. Now today is very exciting because I'm going to be checking out my brand new tent. Yes, new tent for 2021. Now if you've seen some of my videos before, you might have seen that last year I hiked and camped the West Highland Way in a £40 pop-up tent. Why, I hear you ask? Well, I only decided I was going like a couple of days before, so it was all a bit of a mad rush. Anyway, it wasn't too bad. I had a great time. I had a few slight problems. It was a difficult shape to carry on the backpack because obviously it folds down round, and also it leaked a little bit, had some condensation issues. It was only a single skin. And I got water in the tent. I had a frog in the tent at one point. No, comedy all the way. Now, if you haven't seen it, check out the video on my YouTube channel. Anyway, so I've been kindly donated a new tent for this year by Dave, one of my subscribers on Instagram. So a big thank you once again to you, Dave. He posted me out this lovely tent that he wasn't using anymore. He's bought a brand new one. And it is a Salewa Litetrek 2. Now, probably haven't pronounced that right, so sue me, no idea. It is spelled S-A-L-E-W-A, Salewa Litetrek 2. And yeah, so I'm going to check it out. I'll give you all the specifications and everything in the description below. So let's take it on a hike. I got dropped off in the middle of nowhere, so when I was finished with this, I could stretch my legs and have a nice long hike home. Opening it up, very exciting. We've got the inner and outer tent. You've got your tent pegs in this little bag here, of course your tent poles, and you've even got a repair kit. Well, I have picked the windiest day to try and do this because, well, I love a challenge. So let's attempt to set up this tent. Now, one important thing is, of course, the weight of a tent when you're hiking. This comes in at 2.3 kilograms, which isn't quite as light as Percy the pop-up tent, but it's still not too bad at all. Another good feature of this tent is that the inner and the outer pitch together, which saves quite a bit of time. All I need to do now is pop in these little lightweight tent pegs, and we have ourselves a tent, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this little beauty. Now on the instructions it says use the guide ropes to increase stability. Now I'm looking a little bit confused there. It took me a while to figure this out, bless me. You wrap these white bits round, you link through your guide ropes, peg it down, and then zigzag it back up to the middle section. And you do that with all 4 guy ropes, and they've got adjustable toggles on them. Head into the rear end of the tent now. You can unzip these little zippers for added ventilation. I'm excited now. Let's have a little look inside the tent. Unzipping the main door, I was a little bit confused because the inner section looked a little bit loose until I investigated and found some adjustable toggles on the inside. So what you need to do is just tighten these up in all 4 corners. Looking at the size of the inside, it wasn't as wide as I thought it might be. Well, me and Emma are only small, so we'll be fine. But for 2 big, giant, grown men, I'm not 100% sure if you'd fit very comfortably inside this one. Looking up towards the roof, there's another mesh ventilation panel there. And oh, look, a tiny hobbit-sized pocket on the inside of the tent. Oh, but there is a slightly bigger one in the vestibule there. Oh, got mud inside the tent already. Let's see if my rucksack fits inside the vestibule. Ooh, like a glove. Now I'm going to attempt to pack it down and make it fit back in the bag. This is always the hardest part. Well, I was proud of myself. I was like a tent ninja. Packed it down in lightning speed, and yes, it fit back in the bag. Next week, tune in. Me and Emma are going to do a practice wild camp ready for when we hike the Cumbria Way soon as lockdown finishes. Thanks so much for watching.